Hi, I'm Dr. John Wadude Laird, one of the faculty members at the University of Spiritual Healing and Sufism. I've been asked to address the question, is Sufism the same as Islam? And this is a very deep question, and we get it all the time. And I want to say, first of all, I'm not a scholar, so at that level I'm not qualified to answer, so I can only give you my personal perspective. Sufism is the science of God's light. Technically, it's called tasawwuf. It's the science of the transformation of the human being from being led by his or her ego to being led by the divine, by God. And in Islam, there are several stages in this journey. The first stage is called literally Islam, and that's the surrender of our limbs to the directions and guidance that God has given us, the divine laws. And these are present in every spiritual tradition. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. And these laws are to govern our limbs so that as human beings we can live together in safety and respect. So that's Islam. Iman, the second stage, is when faith grows in the heart. And this is when the qualities of love and mercy and compassion begin to develop in the human being. And these are the natural qualities of the human being, because through the practice of following the basic, you could say, laws of human behavior, it allows the cleaning of our selfish nature and the expression of our nature, which is more loving and beautiful naturally. The third stage in Islam, classically I'm speaking in Islam, is Ihsan. Ihsan means excellence. And specifically, it's having excellence in your relationship to yourself, to other people, and to God. And Sufism has been described as really capturing the essence of the journey of Ihsan, so that your heart is completely purified. So, on the one hand, yes, your actions are polite and they're ethical, but as you move into the deeper teachings of Ihsan, your heart is purified on the inside so that you don't have judgment of yourself and other people. You have the deepest level of honoring of people, honoring of God, honoring of the prophets and messengers of God. And as people go through these higher stages, their being becomes deeply, it becomes deeply holy and deeply polite and very subtle, and not only knows the outer knowledge of things, but understands the inner knowledge. And not only the inner knowledge, but what is the wisdom of what God is making in the world, in your life, and in the world in general, and in the lives of the people you care about. So Sufism is sometimes studied by and followed by people who you might say have no interest in Islam, and it has many beautiful gifts to offer them. So it's common in the United States, for example, that people say, well, I'm a Sufi, but I'm not a Muslim. I love Rumi, but I'm not a Muslim. Well, the poet Rumi, but the reality is Rumi and his teacher Shams had the deepest teachings of Islam. They're deeply embedded in the culture and the teachings of Islam. So properly understood in my heart, is Sufism and Islam are indistinguishable, because the essence of Islam is truly peace. And I know this is very controversial in the world today. In the life, the other thing that's important to say is that Sufism and Islam the students of Sufism and Islam are deeply committed to following the example of the life of the Prophet Muhammad and the life of Jesus and Moses and Muhammad, because these are beings who were given the most excellent qualities and provide excellent examples for for the human being and for how we can live with each other in a way that creates happiness and beauty and community.